Assassin's Creed Mirage has got a new teaser through Assassin's Creed Valhalla's last chapter DLC. What the AC Mirage teaser showed in the last chapter sets up everything perfectly for Assassin's Creed Mirage. Of course, we got closure to Eivor's story as well as the reason why they went to America, but the most important thing in this last update was, of course, the teaser for Assassin's Creed Mirage, the modern day stuff with William Miles as well as modern day Basim looking back at Eivor's final memories, along with how Basim in the modern day is now set up for the Assassin's Creed Mirage game coming out soon. There's a lot of stuff to get into with this video, so without further ado, let's get into this video. If you do enjoy this and you want to see more just like this, then press the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on. Let's get into this. So this video is going to be kind of a summary recap for those of you that don't want to play the update yourself or don't want to have to watch through an entire walkthrough. I'm going to be giving you guys a rundown of what the story elements of this update were and how it ties into an Assassin's Creed Mirage teaser. So to start off with, this is Eivor saying goodbye to his or her allies. You go to different figures across England and Norway that you spent time with within the game and were close to Eivor. People such as Hytham, King Arthur, and more. Now what you see here when you speak to these people are just a cutscene of Eivor saying her goodbyes to the person, as well as Eivor revealing a little bit of information on where they're going and why. At this point in time, Eivor is willing to maybe not embrace, but to look inwards on themselves and to find out more about who they were before, who was Odin to them, and how can they learn from these memories. Now, the way Basim ties into this is Basim, of course, within the Animus reliving Eivor's memories. The cutscenes show Basim from a distance looking upon the scene and watching and reacting. One moment I did like in particular was when Eivor was talking to Hytham and you could see the emotion on Basim's face, almost as if he felt a sense of guilt maybe, as well as a sense of perhaps longing for his old friend. Now, after a few cutscenes of Basim watching Eivor's events play out within the Animus, the final cutscene plays, which is Eivor leaving for good. They take a boat, they say goodbye to Valka, and off they go. As Basim stands on the pier and watches Eivor sail away, we see a familiar face. This is, of course, William Miles, the father of Desmond Miles. Now, I'm going to let the cutscene play for you guys so you can watch it and see if you can pick up on anything, and then I will come back to you.
Basim, is it?
William Miles. I asked to meet you in person.
Face to face, you said. So here I am. In spirit, so to speak.
So close, yet so far. A clever trick.
Quite a trick of your own you pulled off. Resurrection, hibernation. Many years in the making, I suppose.
There were some improvisations along the way.
You've spent so much time in the simulation these past 1,000 years. Why so eager to jump into another?
A simple curiosity. It has been so long since I saw my friend Eivor. I wish to know how this grand saga concluded.
Now you know. So, what next? Where will Basim go?
As far as I can, William.
I feared as much.
Do not. I cherish the creed that guides us. I always have. But you people are infants compared to those I left behind. I need to get you up to speed. So, let's get started.
Wait. If we are to work together, there is something I want first.
Name it.
Viable genetic material obtained. Genetic memory extraction has begun. Estimated sequencing time, 29 days, 3 hours, 4 minutes.
You are in for quite a ride, Mr. Miles.
Now, what I like about this conversation is it shows that Basim is still partly Basim. Yes, of course, he is Loki and he has fully almost embodied that. Basim is still there. He has respect for the Creed, and he wants the modern day Creed to be able to look back at what it once was and to learn from it, which is why Basim now implements his DNA into the Animus so that they can then relive his memories. Of course, this explains how we are going to be reliving Basim's memories in Assassin's Creed Mirage. And there you have it, that concludes the end of the last chapter, Mirage teaser. Now, I want to give my thoughts upon it. I have a few theories here and there, and we want to just have a little discussion overall. So, let's get into this. When Basim says, "You're in for quite the ride, Mr. Miles," or that's not a very good accent, but you know, that of course alludes to the idea that William Miles is actually going to be the one that goes into the Animus and relives Basim's memories. I mean, it could be an assassin initiate again doing it. Maybe multiple assassins are reliving the memories as a way to hone their training and to get more knowledge on a wider scale in quick succession. But I think it makes sense that when we do play Mirage, we will actually be William Miles in the Animus. Now, the developers did say that we won't be having modern day within the game, but they also said that this last chapter will be coming out on, I think it was December 6th or December 9th. But as we know, it's not December 6th or December 9th right now. It came out on the 29th of November. So who's to say there won't actually be modern day within this game? Maybe they're just trying to throw us off. But as I've stated in prior videos, I do think there will be modern day, but it probably just won't be playable. Just like in AC Unity or AC Syndicate, we saw modern day cutscenes, but we didn't actually get to play through it. I think it will be very similar. We might see cutscenes where William Miles is reporting back to Basim, perhaps in modern day, or Sean, Rebecca, who knows. But I do think there will be modern day of sorts within the game, it just won't be playable. And of course, I think it will play off of what we saw here in the last chapter. Now, here's a big thing I want to go into. It says 29 days, 3 hours, and 4 minutes until the DNA is basically processed within the Animus' system, and the memories can then be relived. So, a lot of people have been saying, oh my god, Assassin's Creed Mirage is releasing in 29 days, 3 hours, and 4 minutes. I don't think that is the case personally, but I do think maybe that's when we could be getting gameplay. Maybe. If Mirage was going to release in that space of time, it would land on the 28th or 27th of December, something like that. That is a really weird time to release a game. Doesn't really make sense because everybody will be celebrating Christmas. There won't be all the numbers and players going into the game as they would expect as a company. And I just don't think personally it's a very clever idea to release a game then. It makes a lot more sense to me that at that time, in 29 days, or 28 days as of this recording, we might see a new trailer, hopefully some gameplay or something around those lines. If the game really is releasing sometime in the first quarter of 2023, we do need to see gameplay at some point soon, and I'd say what better time to show it than Christmas, maybe. Now here's another theory I've seen floating around since yesterday. It's not 29 days, it's not 3 hours, it's not 4 minutes when we're going to see a trailer or the game or something like that. It's actually a date. It's the 29th of April 2023, and that is when the game will release, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Maybe it will. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I think this is a valid theory. I think it could be true. If we're talking the first quarter of 2023, I think that might just be outside of the first quarter. However, it kind of coincides with, you know, early 2023. Seeing we haven't seen gameplay yet, the 29th of April is still a ways away, and it makes sense that we could still see gameplay before then. We can't really see gameplay before 29 days, can we? So I think that makes a lot more sense to me. Maybe we'll see gameplay in December in a week or two, perhaps, and maybe we'll see it in 29 days, but I think if this really is a teaser for when we're going to see the game, I think it would be the 29th of April, 2023. Or it could literally mean nothing and they're just getting our hopes up for nothing, or we're just looking into it too much. Maybe it's literally just a date and it means nothing to do with when Mirage will release. Who knows? Only time will tell. Now, I do quickly want to touch upon why I think the update was released earlier than originally specified. On their Twitter account, Ubisoft just said, oh, it's a glitch in the Animus. That made a lot of people think they've actually just accidentally released it early when they didn't mean to, and then they kind of just rolled with it. I mean, yeah, that could be possible, but I think it's also likely that it was planned. It may seem strange and sloppy and unprofessional to flip-flop around your release dates, but at the end of the day, it's technically good marketing. If you say something's coming out at a certain time, people will be talking about that, getting excited about it. But then if you all of a sudden release it on a surprise date that you weren't really meaning to do, or secretly you were meaning to do, but people didn't know you were, then all of a sudden you've got loads of people talking about it for the following weeks. Oh my god, it released early, this, blah, blah, blah. That's good marketing. Also, perhaps Ubisoft looked at their schedule and they thought, hang on a minute, if we're releasing the update now, we want people to be talking about the update, but if we're releasing the update right around the time we're releasing a new trailer for Assassin's Creed Mirage, we want people talking about these things separately, not together, or we don't want to convolute things. So actually, let's release the update a little bit beforehand, maybe a week before, so that when people have talked about that, got it out their system, got us a load more views and free marketing, we will then release a trailer for Assassin's Creed Mirage, maybe gameplay. Then people will start talking about that loads, and we've actually basically doubled our marketing rather than releasing it at the same time. That's something they could have thought about doing, and maybe that's what they did. But again, it could just be, oh my god, we've accidentally released the update early. Who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe somebody accidentally did that, and then they got fired, and then they just kind of rolled with it. Well, it's out now. Who knows? But I think if the theory that they released this update early to make way for Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay is true, then it could be very soon that we're seeing something new from Assassin's Creed Mirage. It could literally be a week. As well as that, we do have the Game Awards coming up soon, where we know they do announce new games here and there. So perhaps Ubisoft are planning to be there to show Assassin's Creed Mirage. It would be a big talking point. It would be good for the Game Awards to host such a big game series such as Assassin's Creed Mirage, but maybe it won't happen because they don't want to take away from the awards themselves. I don't know. That's all speculation. That's all this can be. But yeah, maybe that is what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to see Assassin's Creed Mirage trailer, hopefully gameplay, at the Game Awards or around that time when there's a lot of talk about gaming in general. Hopefully we will. Overall, I really enjoyed this last update to Valhalla. I didn't play it personally because there's no way I'm going in and playing those mythical quest lines. I just cannot be bothered, mate. And you literally have to complete everything to be able to access this. So I just jumped on to access the Animus's live stream and I just watched his, and that was all I needed, really. I think I actually saw a couple people in the chat that watched my video, so shout out to you guys. But overall, it's exciting. It's exciting, I guess I'd say. But I really enjoyed the conversations between the characters. I enjoyed seeing Basim actually viewing it from his perspective while watching Eivor converse with these people. I enjoyed little emotion showed in Basim's face here and there, and I also enjoyed the surprise return and appearance of William Miles. Now, I can't stand William Miles' voice actor just because he's nowhere near as good as the older guy who voiced him in the older games. Alas, it was good to have him back, and it really showed what could be coming in AC Mirage. Maybe we got the release date here. If we're lucky, we did. If speculation is to be taken as literal, then yes, maybe we really did get the release date right here, the 29th of April 2023. I guess I can look back to this in months' time to see if I was right or wrong. It sounds like it does make sense, and it also sounds like we might be getting gameplay soon. Fingers crossed, I really hope we will. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, press the like button and that subscribe button so you don't miss a video when I do upload, and you can stay in the loop with everything Assassin's Creed Mirage. Again, I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Did you think this was a good update? Did you think it was a really good teaser for Mirage, or did you expect to see more? I personally liked it, but I can see how a lot of people might be disappointed, thinking Eivor will become an assassin, and then thinking we might actually see some proper Mirage stuff for Basim. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys. May the Father understand and guide us. I will see you soon. Goodbye.